gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Well, excuse the mess, but today is travel day, and you know what that means. We're waking up to a good day somewhere new, Carrie. We're gonna go right outside and check this out. Oh yeah, I got something surprising for you.
Picture time.
Look at this. This is Winter Island Park in Salem, Massachusetts. So we are waterfront in Salem, Massachusetts, and we're not going to do a full park review right now because we're just got into town and we want to check some things out. But we wanted to show you guys and gals what we're seeing as we see it, kind of like alive, right? So this is a place that I have been pumped about getting into. We were able to score site 16D, which is the last in a row, and it's one of the most coveted sites here, and we were able to snag this site last minute. Well, about 2 weeks ago, but still
last minute.
Most of the time, from what we've heard from people that have been here before, it's like a year out, sometimes you know, even more, at least for waterfront sites. So, but this is what you're working with here. Look at this. This is absolutely amazing. This is the boat launch here. So now you know
they're
why.
right by the stairs.
So now you know why 16D is such a good spot, because you have a boat launch right here, and then over here you have stairs for the public to use. 16D, other than the fact there's a rec hall there for private parties and stuff for a couple hours a day, not too bad. But that's an old airport hangar that's right across from us. But again, next week, if you want to check out a full review of this, make sure you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell. That way there you'll get an update, a notification of the update of the review of this fantastic park in Salem, Massachusetts. Now, as we go over here, you see the police are here. They're not here for us this time, so that's good. So other than that, I said we don't want to go into a full report here, but I am going to show you one other thing because I thought it was pretty cool. This place has a lighthouse. This is it. Little lighthouse. And there's a point, there's a lookout point here. This is absolutely amazing. So, yeah, we've got 2 sites reserved. We're 2 nights in one site, and we picked up a 3rd night on the other side of the park just to get an experience of both sides. But yeah, but for the moment, I don't know about you, but I'm starving. And I heard there's some alien-like pizza in town. Say flying saucer pizza or something like that. We're gonna go check that out, so we'll check back in with you when we go get food. All right. I'm gonna lose Carrie here. So, we know Salem, Massachusetts is known for witches and all things, what do they call that, pagan and stuff of that nature. What they don't tell you is this place is not known for parking spots. Parking is incredibly tight here, and the streets are incredibly narrow. So we are walking down to Flying Saucer Pizza. And I try not to let the New England in me butcher that into Flying Saucer Pizza. Interestingly enough, over there, they're labeled as location is behind the Samantha from Bewitched statue.
Yep.
So I'm actually pretty interested. And this right here. So that was a Flying Saucer Pizza.
Such a cool place.
All right, now you can open up the box.
I don't want to open up the box.
Open up the box.
I want to open the box.
Be careful, don't drop it.
Can you open the box? Oh my god, that looks so freaking delicious. So what are you going to have?
All right, so we have our pizza. We're not going to share with you Well, we're going to take this back to the RV.
What do they call that? Smell-o-vision?
Smell-o-vision, oh my God.
It's so good.
But we will give you a full update tomorrow on what's voted as the best pizza here in Salem for 2 years running. Other than that, we'll catch you in the morning. And we'll go get Carrie.
Ooh, hey.
Are you ready to go explore?
I don't know. What are we doing?
So today, we are going to go take the trolley tour of Salem as Carrie locks down the rig, and it came highly recommended from the front gate personnel. So we checked this out a little bit. It looks like it's about $22 a person. Runs about an hour to an hour and a half, and it has a jump on, jump off point. So pretty decent to do that. They scared the family that's next to us because they weren't expecting me to be recording.
Oh, it's
But
so pretty.
what a beautiful day to wake up here too. Again in Salem.
Love it.
So for those of you who were wondering about the pizza from last night, highly recommended. Probably some of the best pizza we've had on the road. And unlike our Mystic, Connecticut trip, I didn't get sick. So
oh my gosh, that's
that
right.
was, I was a little nervous. I didn't say anything, but my God, if you, from a true Italian, if you really want a pizza in Salem, Mass, you have to check out Flying Saucer.
It's really, really good.
And that's all I'll say about food for the next hour. We're going to jump back in. We're going to go get over to the trolley station. We're going to drive over there because apparently you can't pick tickets up on the trolley or online. So you have to go to the info center, get tickets, and then you can take the tour. So we're going to go do that.
Yes.
And we'll catch back up with you in a few minutes. All right, so we were able to find parking right around the corner from the visitor center. So parking here runs on an app. So not horrible. The price for parking wasn't bad as $1 per hour. It's just another app, another setup, another, whatever, but we're good and we're moving forward. So that's always a good thing. Yeah, they have a 4-hour limit on parking, which I think would be more than fine. The tour itself is about an hour and a half if you don't jump on and off. You jump on and off, it takes a little longer. But yeah, we're gonna head up to the visitor center. It's pretty quiet this morning, which is good. And if you need a bong of any kind, there's a glass shop right over here that has hundreds of them. Yeah, just thought I'd throw that in there. It is City Smoke Shop, but it's probably one of the largest collections of bongs and pipes and stuff that I've seen in a window display in quite some time. But we are in Massachusetts, so it's okay. Okay, so we met with a nice older gentleman at the Salem trolley. Super informative and quite comical at the same time. So normally this ferry is this trolley, I keep calling it a ferry, but it's a trolley. Ferry would be in the water. Is normally a hop on, hop off. But for today, it's going to be kind of at your own risk because of the amount of people that are here. So trolleys are filling up. So actually, don't go to that building. That's just an information booth. And then you go down here, we got to find a gentleman with purple hair.
Yeah.
Who stands out. And then from there, we're going to get our tickets, and we'll be able to find out if we're going to make the 10:31 or if it's full, which it probably is. But there's one that runs about every half hour or so, they said. So we're pretty laid back with no real plans. So for us, this is going to actually be a perfect thing. Just kind of take it in and enjoy it. And here we are. We're on the trolley. We're going to do this. We're going. This is fully narrated, so we're not going to film a lot of it.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Salem Trolley. And better yet, welcome to Salem, Massachusetts. We are a small New England city, approximately 45,000 strong, 1,000 of whom are witches that live here year-round. If you haven't bumped into them yet today, by the end of the day you probably will. They kind of mill in with everybody this time of year, dress similar to you folks. October, a whole different story. Pointed hats, robes, brooms, the whole 9 yards. We'll get into that a little later on. I'm curious, quick show of hands, how many visiting Salem for the very first time? Awesome, thanks so much for coming. Our objective is to give you what we call our Triple E tour. I want to educate you about Salem, maybe entertain you a tad, hopefully excite you enough so you can come back here Halloween night. My name is Skip, by the way, and I'll be your tour guide. Our driver is Peter. And what can I tell you? What can I tell you about Peter? For you ladies on board, okay? former Chippendale dancer right here. You see this grass pole in front of the trolley here? When we get out to Winter Island, he does accent defies gravity. This bottle, the label on the bottle read, "Guaranteed a baby in every bottle." How about that stuff, huh? Turns out though, the guys are drinking the elixir more than the ladies in those days. The reason for that, the elixir, 19% alcohol by volume and laced with opium. And we're happy to say not a single man got pregnant in those days. Lydia Pinkham went on to develop what was called the little pink pill for pale ladies. If you had a pale complexion in her day, you were in the out crowd. You wanted to have a rosy complexion. To get that, one would take one of Lydia Pinkham's little pink pills for pale ladies, and boy would you get rosy after doing that. The reason for that, the little pink pill, 100% cocaine, folks. Back in the day before the Federal Drug Administration even existed, anything could be put into a product. Back in those days, they called Coca-Cola a real thing. Now we know why. Out to the harbor, we see some interesting things. The first thing that sticks out is the ship. The wharf it's tied to, and the big building that sits on that wharf. The ship is a replica of what was called the Friendship, flat-bottomed, three-masted East Indian merchant ship. And ships like these sail from our harbor all around the world, bringing goods and materials back to Salem. At one point in our history, folks, the city of Salem was the wealthiest city in the whole United States of America due to the trade industry. The wharf that's tied to is called Derby Wharf. It stretches a full quarter-mile out to the harbor. In fact, it's so far out there, they put a small lighthouse on the end of it so ships won't hit it when they make port. It's called the Derby Light. Looks like a refrigerator box. That's why it probably doesn't stick out. And the building you see is a real wharf warehouse built in the 1770s. Used to live in the city of Marblehead, which is across the harbor. We found out they're going to raise that antique building, and it upset us tremendously. So much so that we went over to Marblehead, graciously offered them $1 for that building, and guess what? They said, we'll take your dollar as long as you take the building and get it out of here. We want to repurpose the land. So he took it apart, board by board, reconstructed it here on the wharf, so tourists like yourselves could see a real wharf warehouse.
All right. That was the trolley that we just came from. Boy, what did you think of that?
Super cool and funny and nice and informative.
These guys were fantastic, and if you're in the area, highly recommend doing that. We don't typically do tours like that.
No.
So that was pretty cool to take that in, and again, extremely informative. I'm gonna head down here and go to, well, there's like a million places I want to go to. We're gonna head down here. There's a cemetery I want to check out. I believe we're going the right way. I could be wrong. I'm gonna check that out, and
where is the?
We'll check back in. All right. So it's later in the afternoon. Yeah, surprised I'm recording. So it's about 4 something. We came back, and I'm going to tell you something, folks. There's nothing better than to come back midday and take a nap. And I don't know if it's because the kids have gotten older and especially now that they're gone, but I used to love that part of being on the road and just coming back and just taking a nap. There's no interruptions, there's no nothing. But the funny part is, as we were coming back here, we were talking about on the way back in, we're like, hey, this place seems vaguely familiar. And at the top of the video, we had said we had never been to Salem before, and there was quite a lie. So we had said we hadn't been here before, and we were on the trolley ride. And the trolley passed this place down here that we're going to walk down to. And we had known there was a place about 15 minutes from here. And that 15 minutes, yeah, speaking of the trolley, and 15 minutes from here is an ice cream shop. So we're going to take a walk down. And as the trolley was driving through, explaining all the touristy things and whatever, it dawned on us about 6 years ago we had been in that very spot, and I want to say it's almost 6 years to the day.
Yeah, because the pictures just came up.
The pictures just came up on Facebook, yeah. Which is so funny how the universe works, because we've had this happen before. We'll be like, oh wow, hey, how about we go here?
Bar Harbor. And
Bar Harbor was a perfect example, yeah. And Facebook memory shows up, and we've been here before. So it tells us one of two things. Either we're getting old to the point where we don't remember things like we used to, or we've done so much traveling that everything is new again. So all in all, a pretty good experience. So there was a couple of things that we learned about this area that we're going to share with you guys. One, that lighthouse out there is actually pretty amazing. And two is there's a small beach out here called Waikiki Beach. So we're going to go check that out. And then we're going to head down. That was probably that trolley. So we're going to go check out that beach, and then we're going to take you down to this place that we had been before, which is really cool because it has all kinds of food. I'm all about the food. It has an arcade, which is the big thing. It's the arcade. But the seafood there, when we were here last time, was about 6 years ago. And the seafood was amazing. So we're gonna go cover that down. And this spot over here is, we have a weird setup here. We have 2 nights over right on the waterfront, and then we have, that's our spot for tomorrow. So once that little R part is out of the way, we'll pull the Winnie over. But different story. But anyhow, here we have Waikiki Beach. This is the city of Salem. And as we had learned on the trolley, that this Waikiki Beach was before the one out there. So pretty interesting, because when you factor in that this was part of the US before Hawaii was, it's actually pretty interesting. So this was the first Waikiki Beach in the United States. So interesting. Oh. As Carrie grabs my butt, we're going to head down to the beach. I just want to show you what this is like.
Have to be so literal. And
then we're going to take a walk. And as you can see, Carrie's boat's out in the distance. There's her boat out in the distance there. Look at the yacht.
Small.
So look at this beach there. This is amazing. What a nice, clean beach. Typical New England beach. Really, really nice. And these folks are a little braver than I am jumping out there. We found this little path that I think goes out to the lighthouse, the parking lot. So because we like to do everything and explore first, and we're just going to find out where this random path goes. But apparently, the very time we learned on the trolley that this was a fort at one time.
Isn't that in that little spot over here where they were telling us about saving the ammo and stuff?
Yeah, there's like little ammo banks in here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, let's see where this goes. Yeah, little spots that bring you down, right down to the water. But look at this. They have these little benches here, so you can sit there. And these folks sit right in the water with their chairs. Really cool. You can see the islands out there. This is really, really pretty. There's one lighthouse. Huh? There's another too. And look at this. Conversion. These are these little artillery bunkers. But look at this. with a little someone's underpants, but pretty neat.
Are you kidding?
No. It always
It's like going
amazes
to
us.
those places. You know where you always find the shoes?
Yeah.
Well, there's panties galore.
It always amazes us, no matter how far we travel, things that we see, that you randomly find a pair of underpants always near a jail wall or something along that lines. It's pretty interesting. Well, we've come to that part in the video that if you've seen something here, besides the underwear, if you've seen something here that you find useful, find interesting, we ask that you give us a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button because Carrie loves it when you guys subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell because we hear a lot of people going, oh, I didn't know that you guys had uploaded a video, which we do every week, Sundays at 8 a.m. Eastern time, because they didn't turn on the little notification bell. And YouTube gets sneaky about that. If you don't turn on that notification bell, you don't get notified. So this is part of Fort Pickering, for those of you who are wondering. This here, it's all about the stonework, and you can pause that and read that. And this is all about the construction. Really, really interesting. Staff here has been super amazing, super friendly, and just, well, super fantastic.
Super.
I gotta say, out of all the places that we've been up and down the East Coast, right, this is probably one of the coolest places that we've been. Just not only is it oceanside, but $45 a night. How do you beat that? But you've got this mix of city in Salem. You've got this coastal community here. And then where we're going now to go get some food is like something you would see in like Hampton Beach in New Hampshire. You know, it's got that arcade boardwalk vibe to it. It's just a really cool area here. And well, just super. So I'm not going to bore you with the next 15-minute walk. We're going to walk that on our own. And we'll check back in. So, Carrie, we made it. Our short little
You keep doing that.
quarter-mile walk. We like to make sure I keep Carrie on her toes and not let her know when we're recording. So this is Salem Willows Park. And this is a place that has pretty much a little bit of everything for somebody, something for everybody. This has a couple of arcades. It has a pizza place. It has a taco place. There's ice cream down here, just kind of like an old-fashioned amusement area. They have a nice little place over here called Clam Shack. Drains the ocean.
Friggin' Nemo. All drains lead to, I told you.
There is a little bit of graffiti that says all drains lead to the ocean. Just like in Finding Nemo. You're right.
It's, no kidding. Just
Okay.
keep swimming.
So apparently it's funk night. So there's that.
Word.
But yeah, this is what you have over here. A couple arcades. And more importantly, I believe there's ice cream, and we need ice cream at some point today. Because Carrie and I, and let me know in the comments below if this happens to you, Carrie and I have been planning on going for ice cream since the beginning of the season. And here it is, end of the season, and we haven't gone yet. So that's pretty bad for us because we don't really like a good ice cream. But yeah, we got Super Taco. That sounds interesting. Cappy Seafood. And yeah, Dairy Place, Dairy Palace. Ooh. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think here it's probably a great place to end this, maybe down at the waterfront. And we want to thank you for joining us on this little journey, this little visit trip to Salem, Massachusetts. Okay, if you'd like to know more about the Winter Island Park State Park here in Salem, check out next week's video. We'll give you a full, comprehensive walk around and tour, along with everything that we found to be of interest in that park. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We head off to Hershey, Pennsylvania for the next chapter of our lives. For those of you guys who've been around from the beginning, we thank you. For those of you who are new here, again, consider subscribing. And on that note, that's another one.
When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still